Hello, EO. Welcome to the EO Alchemy 2024 Brace and Embrace podcast. I'm Dave Bacon, your host for today and co-chair for this event. As you may have gathered from the podcast name, this year's theme is Brace and Embrace. Throughout the three-day event, we will contemplate an interconnected yet ideologically divided world that is changing rapidly. As a result, we will consider how to brace for its impact on humanity, brace for the future, brace for change, and through it all, we must embrace who we are as human beings, embrace the moments with family and with ourselves, and make time for introspection, connectivity, and human dignity. I am pleased to announce that Colorado's Alchemy will feature 13 incredible speakers who will inspire, educate, and challenge you as we navigate an uncharted time in our world. Throughout this podcast series, we will introduce you to some of the great minds that will be speaking at Alchemy 2024, but only enough to whet your appetite. Today, I'm thrilled to be chatting with Vince Kadlubek. Vince is a founder of Meow Wolf, an art collective that has transformed into an award-winning art and entertainment production company that specializes in immersive, open-world walk-through experiences. Vince acted as leader and CEO for Meow Wolf through its formative years, having created the business plan for Meow Wolf's House of Eternal Return and leading the team towards the project's completion in March 2016. In January 2017, Vince formed Meow Wolf Inc. as a full-fledged arts production company and creative studio positioned to create the largest, most innovative, and audacious monumental art exhibits in the world. After raising Series A funding, he announced two new Meow Wolf exhibits in Las Vegas and Denver, Colorado, which opened in 2021. Vince has been a force of vision in the realm of experiential art, and in 2020 launched a creative consulting agency called Spatial Activations as a platform to usher in a new era of experimental art in modern developments and everyday life. Vince is most passionate about co-creating fully realized alternative realities that bring paradigm-shifting transformation and inspiration to the world. Vince, I hope I got that all right.
Pretty
Good
damn good,
morning.
man. Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you again. And just thanks so much for joining me. I know you're familiar with EO. For our listeners, I heard you speak at a joint EO and YPO event a couple years ago, and it was super, super captivated by your story, no less your storytelling. You have accomplished a lot in the ensuing years, and I'm really excited to hear about your journey when you speak at Alchemy. Can you share a little teaser with us today about some of the milestone moments in your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Now, really look forward to speaking at the event. Yeah, Meow Wolf, it's an incredibly unique story. We started here in Santa Fe. None of us have any sort of business training whatsoever. And we really just wanted to express ourselves artistically in the city that we were born and raised in. But we were all 20 somethings back, mid 2000s, 2008. We were all 20 somethings who had no money. We worked restaurant jobs. And so we rented a warehouse, and we, basically scrounged through dumpsters to find materials. And we just started to build stuff together, like literally out of trash. And we called ourselves Meow Wolf. It was an informal social club. And fast forward 7 years later, 2015, we had the opportunity to work with George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones, who lives here in Santa Fe.
Wow.
And he bought a building, an old bowling alley, and he rented it to us. And at the time, I ended up sort of assuming the role as CEO of what was now Meow Wolf, the business. And we started to build out our first, permanent, hopefully cash flow generating exhibition attraction. We didn't really know what it was, but we knew that we were going to build something and then charge people money, and hopefully they'd pay it to come and see what we built. And it ended up working. And before we knew it, we were, we had millions of dollars in our bank account and we had a business on our hands, and we sort of had a fire lit under us where anything was possible, where the future was entirely like filled with potential and possibility for us. So I, sort of psychotically was like, all right, well, let's do another one in Denver. Let's do another one in Vegas. Let's do another one in Dallas. Let's start to grow this company, and rapidly grew from 2015 to 2019, and ended up closing a round of Series A, $150 million round in order to continue building. And it so it's just this kind of wild story, just had to like rapidly learn the ins and outs of business, the ins and outs of fundraising, of organizational structure, managing employees, project management and production. And like, it kind of just felt like the way I oftentimes say it, like it felt like we kind of swam out with our surfboard, kind of like, all right, let's learn how to surf. But then like in the middle of our first like, you know, training session, we caught some crazy rogue wave and had to just like, you know, it got too high to bail. We just had to figure out how to write it and hopefully write it out. And we're writing it out to this day, So
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible.
yeah.
Well, can't wait to hear the story in September at Alchemy, and having, again, just having heard you speak before, it was so captivating, and really a dream come true for you and your team.
Yeah.
After you speak, our members those in attendance at Alchemy, we will then enter the Denver Meow Wolf. Can you enlighten us a little bit on what we can expect from our experience there? Maybe leaving room
Yeah.
for us to interpret our own experience and use our own
Yeah, sure.
imagination. What's in store?
Yeah, so you'll be going over to Meow Wolf's Convergence Station, and Convergence Station is it's a transit station that's operated by this group called the Quantum Department of Transportation, QDOT, and there you'll sort of ride the QDOT um, transit transit vehicles, and they'll take you to these four converged worlds that we created, and it's a monumental project. It's totally bonkers that this thing even exists, that the building exists, that the project inside of the building exists. It's our most monumental work that we have done to date. And really, the hope is that through the through the process of inviting you into a sort of immersive alternate reality, like that over time, in there, like over an hour or two spent inside of this exhibition, your mind, your psychology starts to sort of let go of certain definitions and certain determinations that, yeah, you hold on to in the real world, because in the alternate world of Convergence Station, those things don't matter. Like it doesn't really matter. Like, and so the hope is that, really immersing yourself into this world and existing within this alternate existence, you start to, sort of embrace possibility, embrace the unknown, and possibly embrace like, new ways of interacting with each other or new ways of looking at the world.
I love it. Well, and thank you for threading in elements of our theme. Um, I think it's going to be such a treat, really a once in a lifetime experience for our EO members to hear from you and hear your story, and then enter Convergence Station. It's such a one-two punch, and so really excited about that. You just started alluding to the theme of
Yeah.
Alchemy this year. It's brace and embrace. It's really meaningful to me, and we found that our members and our speakers have also found the theme to be emblematic of the times or what they're going through. It feels really close to the heart. The two concepts, brace and embrace, they're undoubtedly familiar to you as an entrepreneur. What else comes to mind when you think of brace and embrace, Vince?
Yeah, I mean, like I love the theme.
Thank you.
So much of what, what the journey as an entrepreneur and journey of an artist, touches on. I've always felt that there's kind of like there's this balancing act that has to happen, organizationally, as groups of people, politically, or most importantly, I think individually, this balancing act between brace and embrace. And that,
Yeah.
we have this remarkable opportunity, this remarkable capability as human beings to, build structures of integrity that,
Mm,
are like structures of certainty, largely based on our past and our past experiences, where, we can create, um, an apparatus of knowing. Like we know, we learn something, we know it, it sticks, and then that, allows us to sort of brace, for impact when something new is, kind of like threatening our existence or threatening what we know. And we
yeah.
kind of have like this ability to like really kind of stay the course.
Yeah.
Um, but we also have this incredible ability to kind of like adjust to new realities, new factors, curveballs that are thrown our way, um, and sort of and embrace, um, the possibilities of the future, and the unknown, the things that are unknown to us, and being able to sort of embrace that, whether it be a new relationship or, um, a new way of thinking, a new philosophy or new political stance. Like we have the ability to also embrace that. So
Yes, we
to
do.
me, like there's the act of creativity, the act of creation itself is a balancing between what I know and what I don't know. Like, and so I think about this a lot. But in that dichotomy, I think that for us, at least at Meow Wolf, and for me, like in the dichotomy between brace and embrace, in that balance, adults especially are way over indexed on the brace
Mm,
side.
mm.
Like we're way over indexed on like risk averse, creating safety, bracing for impact, operating from a place of fear of the unknown, not wanting things to change. And so through Meow Wolf's work, and through our philosophy, we're trying to bring forth, a little bit more of the embrace. Like put yourself aside, put what you think you know aside, put your own determinations and definitions aside, and embrace what what you may not know. And that there's a lot of incredible value in embracing the unknown. That's where possibility exists.
Yes.
That's where the future exists. That's where the future is possible. Like that's where like anything can happen, is in the embracing of the unknown. So, oftentimes people think we're all about the unknown, but it's like it's really a balance between the two. But
Yes.
but adults just end up, you know, kind of like killing the childlike spirit inside of them. They end up, kind of departing from the wonder of the world, um, and kind of trapping themselves in a very boring and stale, existence of what already has been. And, our goal is to move people into a world that could be, rather than a world that has been.
Mm. Oh, so well said, Vince. Beautiful. we got one shot on this big spinning rock.
Yeah.
And so I love that our theme resonates so well with you. Clearly, can't wait to hear how you thread that into your talk with us on Tuesday night, and to open Alchemy, I should say. I understand you'll want to participate in the Alchemy experience and
Yeah.
stick around for a day or two and hear from some of the other speakers, and you'll see how it is that we've curated other speakers to ask us to question how we all think of brace and embrace, and what could be. I love how you responded to that, and thank you. It's meaningful to me that it's meaningful to you. So listen, thanks for spending time with me today. This experience has been awesome. I mean, just getting to know you better and through this, and I have such adoration and appreciation for the arts at large, and what you and your team have done is just it's so unorthodox and so amazing, and it hits home with me in so many ways. And so thanks for being one of our
Thanks.
keynote speakers. And it just feels so natural to have you, and can't wait for our members to embrace your sharing of what is a very influential journey. So
Awesome, man.
looking
Well, much
forward, Vince.
appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.